My research topic is on school lunch programs and how it is beneficial for school children. My question states, does the presence of free school lunch programs help to have better outcomes in obesity rates and food insecurity for school children? Around 30 million children eat a school lunch and 15 million eat a school breakfast. These numbers are pretty high up there, and it goes to show you that a lot of children do rely on the school program to provide them with meals throughout the day, because who's to say they get to go home to a nutrient-dense dinner at night. So what is NSLP? NSLP is the National School Lunch Program. It is a federal program that's been around since 1946. This program provides low cost of free meals to students attending public and nonprofit private schools. HHFKA stands for Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act. In 2010, the HHFKA updated the nutrition standards to better align the meals with the most recent recommendations in the dietary guidelines for Americans. What is the importance of NSLP? Again, the importance is to provide low cost or free meals to low-income children, but it's also to provide wholesome, appealing meals while decreasing the onset of obesity rates and food insecurity rates in these children. Because 1 in 5 children are classified under a food insecure household. What a food insecure household is it lacks consistent, dependable access to high-quality foods for an active, healthy lifestyle. If a family of 4 makes $45,000 a year, they will qualify for a low-cost lunch program. If a family of 4 makes $32,000 a year, they will qualify for a free school lunch program. Again, another problem is the onset of obesity, and right here it just states that 1 in 3 children are overweight or obese. The rates are just gradually increasing as the years go on. So my research purpose. The purpose of this research aims to determine if the National School Lunch Program is effective in food security and lowering obesity rates in low-income-based school children. Research hypothesis. If schools around the country would participate in educating school children on the National School Lunch Program and eating an appropriate, adequate lunch, then the onset of obesity in children and food insecurity would decrease, resulting in better outcomes. Alright, so my first study is based in New Orleans. So background information real quick. Louisiana has a food insecurity rate of 17.6, which is higher than the national average, which is 14.3. This study uses HSFC, which is just providing healthier food options like fresher and less processed ingredients. This study was a plate-based study. So what they did was they examined consumption rates of lunchtime meals in schools. They weighed pre and post of the trays at the schools. So they actually recorded they weighed each separate entree, vegetable, fruit, and milk pre and post. After gathering the information and the data, they concluded that the school children actually consumed less than 60% of the USDA recommendation. The next study done was based off of more a nutrition quality aspect. Getting a nutrient-dense meal throughout the day for young school children is very important because It will help them with their academic achievements. It will help them with their brain functions, their fine motor skills, their cognitive skills, their memory skills, and all that great stuff. So what this study did was they reviewed any improvements in the end of the year academic tests over a 5-year span. So after gathering the data, the results came back, and the schools that provided meals with higher healthy eating index scores improved their test scores by 0.03 to 0.04, or 4 percentile points. Students who qualified for free or reduced price lunches saw increases that were 40% larger than those of other students. So my next study was based off of obesity and like BMI. So this study wanted to examine how the National School Lunch Program affects BMI scores and obesity in school children. The study consisted of 5,480 third grade students exposed to the updated standards and 9,240 third grade students that were not exposed to the updated standards. After gathering data and the results, it was concluded that the boys who ate the updated standard lunch experienced slower BMI Z-scores than the non-participants. They also had BMI Z-scores increased by 0.10 compared to the non-participants who had an increase of 0.18. The only limitation that the study had was that they didn't find any significant improvement or relationship between the school lunch and the BMI score with girls. There was no results found between girls, so further research needs to be done. This low-cost intervention study set up advertisements, attractive names, food labels, attractive servings, and fruit and vegetables placement in the front of the food line. So what they really wanted to see was if the children's consumption of vegetables, fruit, vitamin C, fiber, and total sugars would increase after having all of these advertisements posted for 3 weeks in the school cafeteria. So after gathering all the data in 3 weeks, results came back and it said that there was definitely an increase in the consumption of fruit, vitamin C, and fiber. There was no increase in the vegetable consumption, but we can conclude that, doing these little interventions like this can definitely help out school children and catch their attention and get them to increase their fruit consumption, their vegetable, their protein, their dairy. For my research, I'm going to be observing 50 school children. I'm going to be near the garbage can, and I'm going to be estimating how much food was eaten and how much food is wasted off of their plate. I'm also going to be asking them how much of their beverage was consumed, so how much milk or how much water they drank. And the only real materials I need is a clipboard, a pen, and my data collection tool. Okay, so this is my data collection tool. I'm going to zoom in real quick. This is my number of students, 50 students. School lunch consumed, so this would be like my percent. I'm going to be estimating the percent as well as the beverage consumed. And that's pretty much it. And then I have my references on the next page if you can let me go. Okay. My references.